Have you ever found yourself thinking about how easily you enter and exit public buildings? For some, this simple act can present significant challenges. So, what exactly makes a building entrance accessible to everyone? An ADA-compliant building entrance is one that meets the specific design standards outlined by the Americans with Disabilities Act. These standards ensure that people with disabilities, including those using wheelchairs or other mobility aids, can independently and safely access public and commercial spaces. The Americans with Disabilities Act sets out detailed guidelines, not just suggestions, for these features. For instance, a ramp must have a maximum slope of 1 to 12, meaning for every 12 inches of horizontal distance, it can only rise 1 inch vertically. This precise measurement prevents ramps from being too steep, which would make them unsafe or impossible to use for many people. It also requires clear, level landing areas at the top and bottom of ramps, allowing space to safely stop and open doors, and to change direction if needed. Handrails are also critical, positioned at specific heights on both sides of a ramp for stability and support. Similarly, doorways themselves must provide a minimum clear opening width of 32 inches when the door is open 90 degrees. This ensures ample space for a wheelchair or scooter to pass through without bumping or getting stuck. Door hardware, like handles or pulls, must be easy to operate with one hand and without tight grasping, pinching, or twisting of the wrist. Think lever handles or push plates instead of traditional round doorknobs. These requirements eliminate barriers that might seem minor to some, but are absolutely critical for independent access for people with limited dexterity or strength. Also, there must be adequate maneuvering space on both sides of the door, allowing someone in a wheelchair to approach, open, and pass through comfortably without needing assistance. Understanding these specific requirements empowers you to recognize truly accessible spaces and identify areas that might need improvement. For instance, if you encounter a public entrance with a ramp that feels too steep, or a door with a heavy spring closer and a round doorknob, you know it likely isn't fully ADA compliant. This knowledge can help you choose accessible routes, or even inform building managers about potential barriers, contributing to a more inclusive community. Beyond these fundamental elements, ADA compliance for entrances delves into specifics like the surface materials, which must be firm, stable, and slip-resistant to prevent falls, especially in wet conditions. It also includes details such as 5-foot turning radii within vestibules, ensuring enough room for wheelchairs to easily maneuver and change direction. And consider detectable warnings, those textured surfaces often found at the edge of sidewalks or curb ramps. These provide important tactile information for people with vision impairments, alerting them to a change in elevation or the proximity of a roadway. Ultimately, these detailed ADA requirements are not just about checking boxes. They are about fostering an inclusive environment where everyone, regardless of their mobility or sensory abilities, can access public spaces with dignity and independence. Knowing these standards helps create a more equitable and welcoming community for all.
If this resonates with you, like, subscribe, and share your truth with us.